Right, this is a video that's taken me about well, over a week anyway, trying to basically psych myself up to be able to make the video. And then even yesterday, it dawned on me that it's more or less an anniversary for someone else who lost their life to drugs. And I thought, well, it's not really fair to do this video around that time. And then it dawned on me that ultimately, when is the right time? Because I know that many people that have been affected by this. It doesn't matter what time of fucking year that sorry, I've got to open this curtain up. It doesn't matter what time of fucking year I try and make do the video. It will affect someone at some stage about someone they've lost in their life to do with this subject. So it doesn't matter when I do it. Part of it's quite fitting to a certain degree. Now, the person who lost his life around this sort of time, I just got back from Rat Pack's 25th birthday party. It was a great night. There was a load of us. We had one of the best nights out in years. We were back to the old school, and the morning after, basically, I got a phone call. Telling me a mate of mine had lost his life. Oh, this hit me hard. It hit me hard because life had mellowed me. My son had mellowed me, and I'm just coming down off of ecstasy as well. So my emotions are going wild, but it hit me hard. It hit me hard. I got to grieve, and he was buried on St George's Day, and it was quite fitting because we were England when I was hanging around with him. I was 18. I spent my 18th birthday with him in the flower gardens on the A6. We were tripping off our nuts. I think we even ended up fucking smoking crack that night because it was the start of his demise. Another person I know's demise that I watched with my own eyes. It took years and years. And I got the information. You expect it. You just know you're going to hear those words at some stage or another because you see it. You've seen it for years. You know it's going to come. And I don't know. It's not a shock. Basically, it's not a shock to the system when you get that news. So there's no shock. It's just you're expecting it. I've witnessed this before. I mate mine's brother. I watched him. He knew. You just know, and then the news comes. I went to that funeral. I've been to 3 funerals, all drug related. I've missed loads. I didn't know about some, and others stories of people. And when you understand the numbers and you understand the figures of death rates in this country for drugs, alcohol and suicide, you'll see that the numbers equal those in war zones. Yeah, just the cause of death is slightly different, but the death is still the same. And people have been waging a war in this country on the people, a silent war that people don't understand, a drug war, poisons. That all started with the rave scene. or the rave scene was a very, very big part of a generation's getting put onto drugs. I think the numbers are in the 30s of people I know that are dead from drugs. Now, if you give me the choice, would you give up all those raves, all those good times? Most of my times, my memories with the people that are gone were at raves. But they're only a small part of your life. It's such a small part of your life, the amount of time that you spend with them. It's in the parks, it's the smoking the joints, the drinking the beer every day. That's the important bit. Yeah, you have these big nights that you talk about and they stand out. But if I could give all of them up to have everyone back, I would. Without a second's thought. And how important. And there's been, even in the last couple of years, another 2 people I know, I didn't go to either of their funerals. Not because I didn't know, because it just weren't right. You know, one was quite a good mate of mine. The other was someone I know's brother. Someone I, have spent time with. And there's not many people I know that their families haven't been ripped apart by drugs and alcohol in one way or another. Even down to girls being abused from alcohol and people on alcohol. And well, I'm anti-drugs. I want people to understand that I am completely anti-drugs. Anti-drugs. I'm anti-alcohol as well. Until people can understand what it is and how it works and understand themselves. So I want to point that out to people. I'm anti all those things. If I have to use things as and when, I'll use them. But I am anti them. Families, the loss is not worth what you gain. Not the damage. When your own eyes and your own life, if you've not lived this life, well done. But millions do. When I walk around the streets, I know vast amounts of people on the streets. Vast amounts, begging, selling themselves for drugs. I know what they were. I know the people that there were. Some of the beautiful women. Beautiful women. Some are no longer with us. Some are cluttering about. Some have managed to get off there for a little while. But if I could give up all those memories of those raves, to stop, to bring back, to stop people from cluttering around the streets, women selling themselves, people dying, people being abused, all manner of shit. My own life, blighted by drugs. Let myself down, let my son down. I'm no angel, can't hide everything from everyone. I know what drugs made me, a shadow of my former self. I'm anti-drugs. Period. Completely anti-drugs. Anti-alcohol. Until people can use it right. I'm a bit lost for words. It's taken me a while. I've been I was going to write it, but it's like a coward's way. Writing is like a coward's way. I've always thought it. A text message and everything is a coward's fucking way out. And I want people to understand the man behind the words. These words are not hollow, they're from experience. A lifetime of watching misery and destruction, deterioration, erosion of everyone and your town around your fucking ears from drugs. Now, the people responsible for that are foreign. You chose to come here and wage war, bring devastation and misery. You be driving around in your Ferrari, yeah? Acting like a fucking big man, yeah? Come over with a smile on your face, with a message of peace and love. You got chop up your fucking blood clot. If you do not start to balance the scales, what went around will come around upon you. You will see with your own eyes devastation, misery on daughters, mothers, sisters. What you brought here. I will show you death and destruction. You will witness with your own eyes what you thought you could bring here to me and mine. This doesn't matter about skin tone, because skin tone, the same people are affected. Because what went around always comes around back on the families that they're used. But if you want to continue to play that game, then I'll show you what you did. You'll see firsthand. You'll pay for your crimes. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But you owe a lot more than I owe. I haven't gone anywhere. You could blame an army. If that justifies your actions. But ultimately, you're here in my town, killing my family, fucking up my people, the people I grew up with, destroying our families, destroying our lives. It's got nothing to do with skin tone or religion. It's the work of the serpent. So understand what you've done, or I will make you understand. I will show you in front of your eyes what happens. You know, gang raping little girls, hitting women. This is what they do. This was the culture. Because people that have to make women moan with pain aren't men. It's because they can't make them moan other ways. So they have to abuse and hit. Get the media to treat women like pieces of shit. Drugs, prostitution, pornography. It's all worshipped in the media. And then the people supply the scenes and the drugs. And abuse and purposely set out to turn people to prostitutes. From immigrants from Jamaica. Mass on mass. Pakistan en masse. You came here to wage war against, and you've murdered my family. You've turned people I know, women I know, into prostitutes. Whether they walk around the streets collecting money or just do it for drugs, they're prostitutes all the same, that get abused because they need a drug. You all act big in groups to young girls, big and brave. You see how big and brave you are when it's not young girls you're targeting, all big in groups. That's the start.